Hello, so for today's video we're going to be testing out essentially a whole new face of makeup. There are some bits that aren't sort of new and I've just used before and I'm just sort of sticking them in here. It takes me obviously a long time to sort of build like a whole new face, especially because obviously I buy all my makeup myself, so getting there is a very long process. So yeah, obviously I've done my brows already, I've done my skin prep, so we're just gonna jump straight into this. So I do eyes first. So we have the Patrick Tar, which is already really grubby as hell. I love the shine, but you can see all the fingerprints. So this is the Major Diminish eyeshadow palette. I have used the all matte one already. I really liked it. So we have this one that has like the shimmers and stuff. I didn't use the creams in that, so I just want to give this a really good go. So I'm going to quickly just prime my eyelids, zoom you in, and then we can get started. Okay, so I've stuck some tape down as well. So to start, we're going to take this cream shadow right here. I'm going to take that on a Spectrum and KJ Hughes number 11 brush. So I'm just going to dip this in and just sort of put this through like the crease and kind of take it like in this sort of region here to like shape the eye a little bit. Might have taken a bit too much, I think. So I'm just taking it out towards like the temple. I will like cut this, clean it up and all of that stuff, obviously remove the tape, but for now that's what we're going to do. But I think definitely sort of less is more with this product. Yeah, I've gone in a bit heavy handed, I would say, but it's looking pretty. It's blending nicely, it's not patchy or anything. Yeah, just taking my finger and just trying to pat this out more here because it's looking a bit dark and I don't want it to come across too like sort of contour sitting there a bit too harshly, so I'm just trying to manipulate this a little bit better with my fingers. I don't think I'm going to put any more in the crease, like product wise. I feel like that cream has done enough, so I think we're just going to sort of deepen the outer corner. So I think I'm going to take this shade from the palette here and I'm just going to take a small amount. So with the brush collection you get a little towel, so I'm just going to dust some of the product onto this because when I used the other Patrick Tar one I was very light-handed, very sort of little to sort of no work with it, so I just want to make sure that I'm doing my best to make sure that I like this as well. But it seems really pigmented and I just don't want to go in and it'd be a hot mess. So just taking that on the outer corner. Okay, this is blending really nice. Yeah, it's just looking really smooth, looking pretty. Like I said, just dabbing that excess on the towel so you can see, if I show you, how much is actually coming off. Like it's obviously quite a bit, and I think I've sort of taken the right amount and just really got that colour to not look too much. I think the cream will take a little bit of work. I've never really used cream eyeshadows, so yeah, I think that's on me to sort of learn that a little bit better. But yeah, it's looking good so far. So I just went ahead and cut the crease, so this is what we have now. So I kind of want to take this shade here because it's like this satin sparkly shade, and then I think because obviously it's very dazzling, I want to take like a little bit of this like along like a liner situation. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to see what this shade was like about really. So I'm going to take that over the cut crease bit. So I'm going to take the Spectrum and KJ Hughes 20 brush. My eyes have started to water and I'm like, now is not the time. Oh, it's actually quite pretty. It's like very soft with the tiniest bit of sparkle. I feel like if you're like, oh no, I don't really like a lot of glitter, like a shade like this, like almost sequin kind of shade, would just be so pretty, because you still get that little hint of something, and it's not just plain sort of matte. So I'm just taking this brush and just sort of blending this through. Then I'm going to take a Glisten Cosmetics, this is number 2 brush. I'm going to go into the little dazzling white shade that we spoke about. So I'll just take it on here. This might not work as well, but I'm going to give it a go. So just, I like that. I think that's just super pretty, and that gives like a little bit of extra sparkle just to sort of add to it. Yeah, I really like that. I feel like, in my opinion, Patrick Ta does no wrong. Like, majority of his products that I've sort of tried, I say majority, I don't actually have a lot from Patrick Ta. I have like he does near Christmas limited edition like blush palettes, so I have those, but I don't have like the individuals. Really gorgeous. The brow gel, super gorgeous. Tried the matte palette, super gorgeous. This has been really nice as well, just really pretty. It's nice to have that little bit of sparkle in there. Loads of match, you get the creams. It's definitely, I wouldn't say it's beginner friendly. I feel like it's quite a lot of blending work. There's quite a lot of pigment. You have to be kind of careful a little bit. So if you're just starting out with eyeshadow, something like this, it's very sort of pigmented, is probably going to be a little bit more difficult for you to sort of work with. But yeah, other than that, just sort of take that on board, I guess, and just do obviously what you think's best for you. If you're like, yeah, I really love this, because obviously these aren't cheap palettes. I'm pretty sure this is 60 odd quid. So I was thinking, do I take the other cream and do like a bit of a winged liner? But I think I'm just going to stick to the powder, which is this one here, and taking that on a Spectrum KJ Hughes. This is number 9 brush. And just do kind of like a little bit of a small wing. And then to blend it, I'm going to take ketchup. Then to blend it, I'm going to take Spectrum KJ Hughes number 19 and just buff this slightly. Oh, my eye is watering. It's actually picking up the product. I don't know if you can sort of see. It's now gone completely patchy. I don't think it's going to work due to my eye watering pretty badly. As you can see, it's really sort of come off, and my eye is literally just all leaking. So I'm either going to kind of see if it stops watering. Honestly, I don't know if it's the palette. Sometimes my eyes are kind of like this. It might be like hay fever season, but we'll sort of see how we get on, because I'm going to do the other eye, lashes, mascara, so we'll sort of see. But obviously the powder isn't going to sort of adhere to wetness. So yeah, I'm going to do that off camera. We'll come back obviously and start doing all the base makeup and stuff like that. Okay, so lashes are on, and I'm wearing the Unicorn Cosmetics. These are the Forget Me Not lashes. I have worn these before. I usually go for Cherry Top. Cherry Top's like my favourite, but I wanted something a little bit softer. I know these are still quite big, but they're kind of that, they're probably not too much soft glam, but they're like soft to the point where it's like in the middle of the glam. In my head it makes sense. I know what I'm trying to say. I'm probably not getting it across very well, but yeah, that's what we've chose, because I think it doesn't take away too much of the eye. It still gives like the peek through and stuff, because where they're a little bit spacey. So yeah, my eye is still watering. It stopped. I managed to get the eyeliner on, but now it's starting again. Like I said, don't know if it's sort of hay fever, allergies, if it's the eyeshadow primer, if it's the eye palette, but this side's been fine, so not really sure what's going on. I wanted to give a quick shout out to this product. So this is from Lash Dupe, and this is their Tweezer Pleaser, and essentially it's like a liquid with 2 little sponges in it, and you dip like your what you'd put on your lashes with into it, so it's not, you know, when they go sticky, you could probably just wipe it off with a little bit of something, but I'm pretty sure I got this for like $3.50, and it's just so easy. You just dip it in and go boop boop boop, and it all comes off, and it's amazing. So Moving on to base makeup. So we have the Vieve. This is the Skin Nova Instant Radiant Primer. I talked about this in a little video when I sort of done a haul and I still haven't used it. So I'm going to pump some onto the back of my hand. I hear like really good things about this. So yeah, just wanted to really give it a go. I'm trying to think what brush I want to use. So I'm going to take the Spectrum and KJ Hughes. This is number 3. So this is how much I have on the back of my hand. Probably a little bit too much, but just going to go in. This feels just really nice on the skin. Feels nice and cooling, which I think is quite a nice experience to sort of get that. Do you know, like you get the face mask that like sort of heat up a little bit and like feeling like a cooling effect, which just kind of adds to the experience if you wish. It's not really necessary, but kind of just feels nice. Okay, so this is what we have. This looks really pretty. I was thinking it might be kind of like Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, that kind of glow, but this, I don't know, it seems just very natural and just pretty. I don't know. Essentially dewy, which I think is the whole point. It's like Skin Nova Instant Radiance Primer. But yeah, it's just, my skin's looking really just fresh and hydrated and just, yeah, just really, really pretty. These are the kind of primers that I don't mind. Pore filling and all the things like that I'm not really into. So these ones I can sort of get on board with. But yeah, it's looking good. It's looking really nice. So for foundation today we have the Revolution Makeup. So this is the Skin Silk Luminous Serum Foundation and this is in F3. I've been hearing really good things about this. I'm a little bit worried because I am kind of a little bit of an oily girly, especially like in the T-zone, and we're putting loads and loads of like hydrating things on, but we're gonna go with it. We're gonna see how it goes. So I'm gonna take probably about a pump and a half. So it is liquidy. You can see it's all running down my hand. I'm going to take the IT Cosmetics Love Is Their foundation brush and just put this on. I think we got a brilliant shade match. My skin looks like it's just had a glass of water. It just looks hydrated, it looks beautiful. I like this. It's not obviously loads and loads of coverage, that's completely fine. I kind of understand that from like the Serum kind of foundation, which I think might be, well, to me it was a little bit confusing. I'm expecting, well, I guess a lightweight foundation. Would that be low to medium coverage? I don't know, I haven't really thought about it. I haven't really sort of read the claims, I'm not going to lie to you. I've just sort of seen people talk about it and I'm like, it looks really nice. So yeah, I think I'm getting low to borderline medium. I can still sort of see a bit of redness and stuff, but I love how my skin looks. It's looking really fresh and just dewy and just, yeah, this is nice. This is looking good so far. So next up we have the Huda Beauty. So this is the, is it faux, yeah, faux filter corrector, and I have the shade Cherry Blossom. So this is a colour corrector. So I hear a lot of people talk about, there's no scent to it, so it's nice, because I don't really purchase Huda Beauty face products. A lot of the stuff I have is eyeshadow palettes from her. So I kind of really just wanted to give this a go today. So I'm mainly keeping this right here in the eye area, because that's where we get, well, that's what I get a lot of my darkness, not we. So yeah, I just wanted to give this a little bit of a go. I don't really know why. I think, yeah, again, it's the whole everything you sort of see online. It kind of like, you know, pulls me in a little bit. So what I typically do is, I know it's a colour corrector, but with like concealers and stuff, I sort of let it dry for a little bit before I blend it out. So I'm just going to wait a minute or two before I sort of go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to take the Hourglass. This is the Vanish Concealer Brush. And we're just going to pat this out. So that is definitely looking a lot better. Like my sort of, I know my dark circles aren't probably as dark as some people's, but obviously it sort of sits here and here. with my eyes, and it's looking like pretty well covered already. Obviously if it wasn't sort of like for the peachy undertone, I probably would have just left it. But yeah, obviously that's going to add to the experience with concealer. So I'm just going to take the Nars. This is the Soft Matte Complete Concealer Light One Chantilly. So I have already used this before. I found out recently that my favourite concealer had been discontinued. So on the hunt for like a new fave essentially. So yeah, I'm just taking this eyes and just dragging this back here. I'll take a little bit on the forehead, on the chin as well. So because this is soft matte, I don't wait for this to dry because it's pretty much dried down already because of the matteness. So I just blend that out. I feel like my under eyes look a lot brighter, and just, yeah, like I can see like the darkness is definitely more gone. It's probably an extra step that might not be necessary for everyone, but if you obviously suffer with really like sort of dark under eyes, then I would say like this is pretty solid choice. And it doesn't smell, because I know a lot of Huda beauty products have like quite a strong scent to them. So yeah, I know she's kind of said like, you know, obviously people keep saying to her it's not an issue per se, but obviously they would prefer sort of scent free, and I know she's been looking at it more and blah blah blah. But anyway, moving on, Huda Beauty. So this is the little baby one. So it's actually called Baby Baked Loose Baking and Setting Powder, and this is in the shade Pound Cake. So me and my best friend, she's getting married in July, and we went to makeup artist, got her hair and makeup done, and she used this on me, and I was like, okay, now I'm intrigued. So obviously I purchased it. and then I just purchased the mini because I was like, no offense, I don't know, like I was like, no, I don't really like mini makeup, but I have so many powders and I just don't think I'll ever get through one. So this does come with like a little sponge. I probably wouldn't ever use this, but I have seen like people saying, oh, it's really difficult to get out. But I'm just gonna put some on the back of my hand, or on the palm of my hand, just like tap it out. Obviously you can put this on a palette. I don't really know, obviously you'd like to sort of dip your brush in it and that would be the easier choice, but to me there's sort of no complaints just putting it on the back of my hand. I'm not really one for like squirting stuff on my face and stuff, so just gonna set the under eyes with this. I'm gonna set the T-zone really, just because like I said we are a bit oily and we have got quite a few glowy products on, and it's just really setting that concealer in place. Okay, so I think my skin just looks really nice, really fresh. I think definitely in my T-zone and my under eyes it's not like really heavily matte. I think it's because obviously we do have very glowy serum like products on, but I can see this being like something to go well with that, so I'm not like really sort of oily throughout the day, and I've still got that little bit of like dewiness to the skin. Yeah, I'm really impressed with this. I'm not really bothered that it's small. Like I said, pour it onto a palette, pour it onto your hand, whatever, to sort of get it out if necessary. Plus obviously it's cheaper than the bigger one, and if you don't like it, it's a small one, you can't really complain that much. But yeah, I think the skin is skinning. She's giving. Oh god, I'm too old to be saying stuff like that. So next up we have the Nudestix. So this is the Nudie Matte. So this is the all over face bronzing colour, and this is in Bondi Babes. Or Bondi Bay. Yeah, Bondi Bay. I have never tried Nudestix before in my life. It has been on my wish list for a very long time, and then like I said, went to the makeup artist and she used this, and I was like, oh no, I've got to buy it because skin looks really nice. So yeah, it does come with a brush on the other side, which I'm not going to use, not going to lie to you, And this does come off, which I find innovating. So obviously you can sort of take it off and it's easier to wash. But yeah, I'm not going to use that, I'm not going to lie to you. So I'm just going to do a bit of this. And this section, this feels really creamy. That felt really nice on the skin, just sort of glided on. I did buy another shade as well, but this is like the Sun Kiss. So it's more like this warm blusher bronzer kind of vibe. I'm not going to use this today, but yeah, I was like intrigued because I was like, oh, it's kind of all in one and you can kind of just get that bronzy blush look. And I don't know, like I was like, yeah, I like that. So I'm going to blend this out. This is the Crown brush. This is the C436. Kind of looks similar to how the brush looks on the product. So yeah, I'm just going to blend this out. This looks really nice on the skin. With bronzers, typically they tend to run a little bit orange on me. Like, I didn't really realise, I don't think, until I purchased kind of new ones, like the Rare Beauty one, the one from Rose Inc. They kind of, yeah, I don't know, like this little orange tint to it. So it's nice that it doesn't really have that. It actually has that warmth. It's very soft, just very pretty. Yeah, I like it. So I am going to set it with another bronzer. So this is just the Fenty Stalk'r Instant Morph Bronzer in Shady Biz. I have used this before, so just I'll take a little bit just to sort of set it. So I'm taking the Spectrum KG Hues No. 5 brush. Just going in. So next up we have the Made by Mitchell Liquid Blusher. These are called like the blush. I can never say this, I don't know why, but this is in the shade Can't Cope with Coral. So I hear either really good things or really bad things. I like, oh, it's quite matte, it's really difficult to blend. So I'm just gonna wipe off the excess in like the lid and just take a little bit, and I am going to blend it out with the same brush that we used for our bronzer and just blend this sort of through. I think you have got to be a little bit quick with this by the sounds of it. Obviously you don't let it sort of dry down, you just got to sort of get in there and get done. Maybe it might be worth sort of doing one cheek at a time, which isn't a big deal. If a product's nice and you're like, I really like the colour, blah blah blah, then obviously you will sort of take the time to make it work a little bit more. Obviously it's not ideal, but yeah, that looks really, really pretty. Yeah, I can't complain. It's blended nicely, it's not looking patchy, it's not picking up the foundation. Yeah, nice. And then we're going to go in with the Made by Mitchell. This is the the word I can't say, but it's a pressed version of it. So this is in the shade Palma Violet. So this is what she looks like. I'm looking to see if there's glitter in it, and it looks like there might be a tiny bit. Have I used this before? I cannot remember. I have used one of the shades, I have two. So I'm just going to say I haven't used this one, I have used the other one, because by the looks of it, the other one had like brush marks in it. So I'm taking that on the same brush that we used for bronzer and just setting this. Then for highlighter today, we're going to take the, oh, I haven't even opened this. So this is the Vieve, what are you? Skin Dew. So this is a glow multitasker. So this was just a little mini that you got with the big primer that we use. So why not give this a go today? So I'm just gonna take a little bit and sort of pat it on the back of my hand. Just give it in like a little bit. There's nothing too much, but I think that's the point of it being sort of multitasking. You could probably use it as a little bit of a primer as well. But yeah, it's looking pretty. Take a little bit sort of here as well. It looked quite golden coming out, but applying it, it's not looking like really gold. I was a bit like, oh, I'm not too sure about that, but yeah, it's just added a little bit of extra something really soft, not glittery, which is really nice. I am one of these people, if I've got like glitter on the eyes, I don't mind like glitter in my highlighter or my blushes because it kind of goes with the eyes. But if there's no glitter on my eyes, then I I do kind of like to sort of keep my face no glitter as well. But yeah, another sort of smash hit from them. Just really, really pretty, really soft. It's not giving an awful lot, which is absolutely fine sometimes. I think with this kind of skin, I'm happy with this. If I had a bit more fall, I don't really know how I would feel about that. And then to set the face, I have the e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. So you can see, I think you can see anyway in the bottle, that it is separated. Oh, it says shockingly fine mist. So we're gonna give her a good shake and then spray her on. Oh Jesus. That has to be like the finest mist I think I've ever used in a setting spray. Wow. Okay, so let's place that. So I'm not gonna do lower lash shadow because, like I said, my eyes were orange. It's just gonna be a hot mess. So I'm just gonna finish with lower lash mascara. So this is from Rose Inc, and I have done a full video on it. I am trying it today because I'm not going anywhere, but last time I used it, I'm pretty sure this was the product that made it smudge. But I thought, if we're not going anywhere today, let's sort of put that to the test a little bit more. Because first time I tried it, I cried, it didn't smudge. Second time, I didn't do anything. I went out for dinner, I went to the cinema, and it came back and it was all under my eyes. So, yeah. Then for lip products, we have all Hourglass. So we're going to take first the Hourglass. This is the Shaped and Sculpt Lip Liner in Expose 1. So I have already used this before. I've got 3 of these now. So essentially what happened was Space NK, they were like, obviously if you're on their mailing list, you obviously get emails. They were like, oh, have the chance to be, it was like quite a few people were getting one. I swear they said like 500 customers to get the new Hourglass lip liner, and I was like, okay, like I'm gonna give it a go. And they actually sent it out. All you had to do was leave a review. So they are very creamy, very beautiful. So obviously I did have these on my wish list already, but the one they sent wasn't the colour I wanted. It was very stunning, by the way. I'd still use it as like a nudie colour. I was like, these are the 2 I had on my wish list, so obviously I bought them. But yeah, I'm just gonna line my lips. Really, really nice colour. Yeah, just the sort of colour I was after. It's giving me like this just nudie goodness. I love it. So then we're going to take the Hourglass. These are the it just says unlocked. I think this is the lipsticks. It's the new ones that look like this, come like this. So this is in Alpine 304. It's really nice, really rich, really creamy. I feel like Hourglass really never sort of disappoints me. Then to finish it off, we have one of their lip glosses. So it says Unreal. It's like one of their Unreal lip glosses. Looks like this. So this is in Ignite, and we're just gonna put this on top. This is the finished look. Honestly, everything has impressed me so far. The only thing I would say just sort of be careful of is obviously the Patrick Tar palette. I know I sort of spoke about it if you're not a beginner and stuff. But yeah, it's looking really good. It's not looking muddy or anything. It sort of blends really nicely. It's just that little bit of extra time to sort of work with the palette. Oh, this feels a little bit spicy, a little bit minty. Is it plumping? I don't think it's plumping. Volumizing? Is that what it is? It's not in a bad way. Like, it's not like, oh my god, my lips are burning and I'm gonna fall off. It just feels a little bit mini, a little bit tickly. But yeah, I love how my skin looks. I can definitely see me using that foundation again. Just maybe just all the skin products are just looking good. The skin's looking really nice. Yeah, I'm really impressed. Obviously this is just first impression. Obviously these things might change over time. So obviously when I do sort of test makeup, I do like to do like check-ins. I do like to give it like I try to anyway, do like a multi-day sort of wear. So I wear it for other days and then I'll sort of come back on camera and let you know my final thoughts. But obviously everything has just been really, really pretty. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm really happy with how this looks. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.